Okay, backstage here at Evolution 19 with Soren Monkongtong. Soren, great to see you again, brother. Last time in Melbourne, unfortunate set of circumstances, bad knockout against one of the finest Thais in the world, Narapol. How did you recover after the knockout?
Yeah, you know, it was a hard thing to deal with, but I think I dealt with it and I've moved on. You know, you always learn stuff from the hard things in life, so I've moved on from it.
What is different about Soren Monkongtong 2009 than Soren that last fought Preacher back in 2003?
Yeah, you know, I've been over in Thailand for 3 years and I've fought a lot of hard fights. You know, I think I've grown a lot as a fighter and I want to step up and show Australia against one of Australia's best too. You know, Preacher keeps improving as well. He's got good hands, which you have to watch out for, and you know, he's a good fighter, so it's going to be a tough fight.
Well, with the Preacher, Bruce Macfie, back in Queensland, fighting full Muay Thai rules again. Of course, this year you've been really busy boxing, the whole box and dice. You fought under all sorts of rules all over the place. But tonight, Soren Monkongtong, it's a real classic and marquee matchup. Full Muay Thai, mate. How are you feeling for it?
I'm feeling really good. It's going to be a great way to end the year. I'd like to do well tonight and end my year. I'm going to have a little bit of a break over Christmas, so I'm looking at doing really well tonight.
Soren, of course, very rangy fighter, fairly solid in the clinch. You're going to get into that clinch ball with him or stay at range and use your hands? Obviously, been busy with the boxing as well.
Yeah, I'm going to probably stay at range most of the night. I'm going to hit him hard butt, so we'll see if he likes that.
Well, hit him hard butt. That's a good plan. Sounds like a good plan. Bruce the Preacher Macfie, always entertaining and centering and with a great fan base. I'm sure you're going to bring it, mate. All the best for that one.
Thanks, mate.
Great re-entrance song. TJ Lupko, superstar, greets the superstar of Aussie Muay Thai, Soren Monkongtong. Can he finally get a win? He's first in their third contest against Bruce Macfie. Bruce Macfie, the caped one, makes his way to the ring. Always a look of the utmost determination on Macfie. As Hammer said earlier, he's mixed it up rules-wise this year. And both men want to end 2009 on a solid note. And Brian Murphy with the final instructions for our semi-main event. A middleweight contest, 5x3 full Thai rules, Soren Monkongtong versus Bruce the Preacher Macfie for the third time. Last time they fought was 6 years ago. Macfie is 2-up in 2 contests. But both men very far removed from the fighters they were in 2003. Both enormously famous fighters, especially after both appearing on the Contender Asia Series 1. Final blessing in the corner there from Nugget, removes the Monkong from the head of Soren. As we're about to get underway in this semi-main event, Michael Chavallo, Mark the Hammer Castanini with you, ringside, Evolution 19.
And this bout presented by Chopper Works. I've got a new store in Brisbane now, building custom Harleys. Check out chopperworks.com for everything chopper related.
And Fia's opened up strongly with the hands. Nice jab.
This is really, I suppose, Macfie cannot afford a loss here, Michael. It's probably the only way I can put it. He really needs to win this fight. In turn, Soren, as I said, he's had a busy year in Thailand, and probably since his return back to home soil, hasn't had the luck that he's probably been seeking. So in turn, Soren really needs to make an impression here as well under his home crowd.
Nice left hook from Preach. It's all hands so far from Preacher.
Preacher, of course, had a foray into professional boxing this year as well. Fought on a number of cards, sparred the likes of Danny Green, and has had some good, solid boxing fights against some good opponents. Not got the nod on a number of occasions, but nevertheless the experience is still there for Preacher, and his hands, I think, are going to be nice and sharp. Speaking of boxing, just a quick shout out Les Piper from the Contender Australia Series, and Les Sherrington as well. Congratulations on his recent win as well, and, over Shannon Taylor. Great win. You're seeing that right here on Fox Sports as well.
I don't think Preacher has actually thrown a kick yet in this round.
Just boxing it out. And Tribute to Preacher's hair, and shout out to a good mate of ours, Danny Green, the Green Machine.
Of course, BJ Bigelow. Always watch the show. Step up knee there from Soren. Preacher using a lot of the ring here in the opening round, and he hasn't thrown a kick. It's been all boxing so far from the Preach. Double jab, left hook, outside thigh kick, then an inside thigh kick. That's more like it from the Preach.
Soren really needs to tighten up on his guard, because it's now obvious that Preacher's going to try and knock him with those hands. So Soren needs to keep the guard plastered to his head and just chop under all the hand strikes of Preacher. As soon as Preacher goes for the punching attack, Soren should tighten up the guard and just chop away at the legs or bring a knee through.
One on the forearms. Short right hand from Soren. Jabs again from the Preacher.
All thanks to John Works, it's the Preacher versus Soren.
Inside thigh kick from Preach. Can't believe how much Preacher's using his hands, but also his movement here in the first round, Hammer. He's circled a lot of the ring.
There he unloads a solid kick, Preacher. He's keeping mobile, as he said he would.
Good inside thigh kick.
Just racking up the points. Keeping busy, putting points on the scorecard.
And I believe that's Preacher's round, Hammer. I've got a 10-9 for the Preach.
I'll agree with you on that one. I think he was just busy. I landed some good solid shots. Soren landed some good kicks, but just not enough of them.
Second round of 5. Unofficially will go Preacher. 10-9 in the first, and he comes out boxing again. Soren's going to use his reach. That's how some kind of front kicks. Preacher again, always on the move. Good solid right hand from the Preach. Soren's going to fire those front kicks when Preacher comes in and tries to bridge the gap, as Preacher does again here.
Just not looking settled or comfortable up to this point, Soren. I think he's trying to get something off, but the constant movement and angle change of Preacher's really frustrating him. I
have to agree. It's been solid work from Preach so far. Interesting game plan from the green-haired one as he throws the left hook. Double jab, right hand, left hook again from the Preach. Circles off to his right. It's away from Soren's right hand, of course. Haven't really seen much grappling at all. Haven't seen any elbows come into play.
I think in the grappling, Soren may have slightly have the advantage over Preacher. And that is why, as you saw just then, Preacher was looking to get into the grapple, shrugged Soren off. He knows not to grapple up, and they go knee trading with Soren. It's definitely one of Soren's strongest points is the grapple and the clinch, and he can put a fighter on his arse with the greatest of ease.
Nice left hook outside thigh kick from the Preach. Double jab. Oh, he is going head hunting with that left hook. Crossing elbow from Soren. Preacher smiles at him.
He's taken well and truly on the forearms. There is the strategy if you want to get nasty where you actually elbow at the forearm, especially if a fighter braces with their glove on their head. You just elbow on the glove line, basically down where the tape is, just below the tape. It's a thick part of the arm, and if you hit it hard enough, you can crack that forearm.
Step up knee from Soren. Preacher again just keeps circling the ring.
We're counting down the final 30 seconds of this round.
Nice knee, looks for a sweep there.
For the trip takedown.
Jab right hand from the Preach. Should have gone to the body. You haven't seen many body shots from him yet. Good outside thigh kick. Hooks him again. End of the round, Hammer. How did you score it?
I think reflecting. I may give that one as well.
There you go, 10-9 to Preacher, Hammer.
To the Preacher. I was contemplating giving it a 10 all, but thinking through the combinations, Preacher did land some good clean shots. Soren did initiate, but his attacks were countered or defended well.
Folks, this is our semi-main event.
All for Soren to do now. He's going to start to lock down Bruce, not allowing Bruce to have such a liberal way with his punches. Good step through knee. Sense a little bit more urgency now, Hammer, about Soren.
Yeah, I think he knows he's got to change his strategy and try and get Preacher up against the ropes or in the corner, work the clinch, work the knees, and try and create something from there. Preacher is way too smart. He's got 131 fights to his credit. Let's not forget that, Bruce the Preacher Macfie. He is the most experienced fighter in the country with the most amount of professional fights. So, that does not go without credit. And Macfie is now drawing on every one of those fights and all of that experience to dissect his strategy against Soren.
Now that Bruce also wanted to send a very clear message here, Hammer, especially to Wayne Park, because Bruce has always been itching for that third showdown with Wayne.
Well, Bruce wants to prove that he's not done. He's had a couple of losses, so he wants to prove that he's still up in the A-class list in his country and able to headline the big shows like the Evolutions. Of course, Evolution Promotions is the biggest events in the country now. EvolutionPromotions.com. If you want to check out all the upcoming events and fighter profiles and bios, etc.
French doing some damage with that hook especially. Nice outside thigh kick. Soren stepped through a knee again, but just caught Preach on the forearms. Double jab from Preach. Ooh, Schnog and knocker. Hands are looking really sharp here of Bruce Macfie. Nice left. Weaves it through the guard like a thread through the eye of a needle.
And you just see the strategy here of Macfie. A lot of fighters get into the clinch because they think they have to. Well, this is a perfect example of a fighter that isn't going to get into a clinch. He doesn't want to be in there, so he's not going to let it happen to him.
Overhand right, left hook. Nice right hand kick from Soren. Just need to see him through a little more. Clubs away at that left hand again, does the Preach, and an outside thigh kick.
At this level though, Michael, it only takes one good shot to turn a fight around. The thing is, does Soren have that one good shot, that one big shot, the finisher that can put Preacher down for a count? At this point, Macfie's looking to have good, staunch resolve, and he's not looking to lie down. He looks to be on tonight, put it that way.
I've got another round for the Preach, Hammer. That's 10-9, all three rounds so far to Bruce Macfie.
I'll give that round a 10-10 actually, because I thought that Soren stepped it up a gear, put in a good couple of step-through knees, and got some shots in of his own. So I'll go 10-10 on that one.
Got some Preacher moving around. Round four.
Fourth round. They're opening up so a little bit. Preacher again just attacking with the hands. Good leg check. Nice little knee to liver from Soren. It's more like it from Soren. But he used those rangy arms and legs when he eats on the tan. Good kick to the back leg. Well timed from Bruce Macfie. Clips it. Left Took his work to treat so far for Macfie.
And his jab too. He's sitting behind that jab nicely, Macfie, and just stepping up on it right. Got his distance in and keeping his own head out of counter striking range. So Macfie's right on and really got that jab working well.
Been very critical in the past, the lack of boxing skills on a lot of Muay Thai fighters. One of those ones that I've poked it at, the finger at, certainly in Melbourne, can look at this fight here from Macfie and see very good boxing being put to work in centre ring in a Muay Thai fight. And again, right hand, left hook from Macfie. He's got a small cut, it looks like, on the hairline, nothing to really faze him though.
It's just got to be the frustration of getting hit with that jab repeatedly from Macfie that's going to be potentially throwing Soren's confidence out. So Soren again is using his lead a lot. I'd like to maybe see him bring his rear leg into play, a bit more rear knee.
Macfie again with the left hand, goes to the inside, lead 5.
Soren did get, as I said, when he throws that rear, he gets the dividends with it. They're just not putting it down enough, I feel, and that's probably because the pressure from Macfie by propping that jab and the hook constantly is just disrupting Soren's flow.
Solid right hand from Soren. Step through knee. Preacher, right uppercut, left hook. Big overhand right, he telegraphed that one. So Soren dipping to the liver there, and then he knees to the section. And gets caught with the left hook on the inside. Very good round, maybe the most active round by both men so far. And I'm giving that a drawn round, Hammer.
It was a better round and close enough to be a draw, I feel. Soren did push the pace, but he's still landing some good solid shots, some good low kicks. Depends on what angle the judges are looking at this one from. Let's sit on the fence and give it a draw as well.
Final round. Ooh, nice right hand from Preacher. Tracks away to that right rib cage. And there's the solid right hand again through the guard. So strong with the hands tonight, Bruce Macfie.
Well, I've got it on my scorecard that Soren really needs a knockdown on Macfie to make up the lost ground from the earlier rounds. He's got to get up on the balls of his feet and start to work. Throw caution to the wind, in fact, Michael, I think.
Outside thigh kick from Preacher. Good right hand counter from Soren. One of the cleanest shots he's landed. Step through knee. The right hand lead and just to slip on top of that chopper works and Triple M logo there. Oh, and again the right hand to the jaw. So fast from Preacher and powerful. Clubs him with the left. Boom with the right hand. He is measuring with these shots, Bruce Macfie.
Well, Macfie looking to take this one out of the judges' hands and try and stop it if he can. Turn. Soren really needs to up the ante and make up some of the lost ground from round 1 and 2.
Left hook from Macfie, didn't find the target, goes back to centering, throws the right hand down the tube.
67.
The movement of Macfie has really impressed me. He hasn't stopped moving for 4.5 rounds.
Up on the balls of the feet and just peppering away, working angles, working hands and feet to great effect. He hasn't thrown any knees or elbows of of any real, consequence. Just relied on that right hand, and that one hurt Soren. That right hand, Michael.
Look at Preacher going for the kill here. Trying to find that put-away punch. Big cut under the eye now of Soren. Big cut. Preacher's going to go to town on it. Boom with the right hand again. The Preach bringing it home strongly. Once more with that cracking, tub-thumping right hand. It is all one-way traffic here in the final round.
Well, Soren has scored well with those knees. Let's not forget those knees will score higher than the punches, Michael, as the judges will score this Muay Thai style. But
He hasn't thrown enough for the mode.
Not enough. He's landed about half a dozen.
10-9 Preacher.
It'll be a hard one to call, this one.
50-46 I have it for Preacher.
You would expect on that busy work rate, clean shots landed by the hands. And of course, he brought the legs into play as well after the second round, Preacher, and started to work the hands and feet. Soren landed up some good knees, but probably not enough to take the nod. And it was a very experienced and workmanlike job from Bruce the Preacher Macfie tonight against Soren, who wasn't able to execute his plan of getting in the clinch and working the takedowns. We'll go to the judges. Of course, they're all seeing it from different angles, and we'll see what they call.
As we go to the judges' scorecards, with a split points decision. To the red corner, Soren MTG.
Oh, split decision to Soren. Another crowd not happy here, Hammer.
Well, a bit of a interesting decision. I was thinking it possibly could have been a draw because the judges may have scored it highly with the knee strikes. But a close one. At the end of the day, that's the way it went. And the win's a win.